Mema obia kwa basronko so e de aba POG Media so mesre sesa afi e na se waba dwumadie no so subscribe, like to dwumadie no, share na ma for influence and can be kindly click on the notification bell no so send be the news bi to platform no so a onso wo hunu de echo ene de eba yenko dwumadie no so ne fa ensam dodo no embra na po ene addiction scandal bi aba beto dwa chese ano de ne pay ya ye pese ye ko na ye de ho amanobo ede ye de ebrem nti ye nchen ho ye beko na yakwa akwaje ho nchiremu abra one of political activist bi revealing some yenko goti.
And so because of that, I want us to have a conversation about a year and Niomebia ACC and Niomebia Akoso under Nana Addo Akuffo's government. Na avensu ye bo aban ya wotisu ikoko. Se omunkin kan wo mo ho na de omo promise Ghana no efa the oral no ho no omunya ne ntem. So today we are going to have a conversation on the free Wi-Fi scandal. At a year the Auditor General but it looks as if we've gone quiet on the Auditor General's report. And that is the reason why in TNA I want us to talk about this. How NAPO, how Educhum, and a busy internet stole the nation public funds. TMA. How NAPO, how Dr. Educhum and the MPP for Tony Swaba no be a friend is saying. Flag bearer for the MPP. Any busy internet ball Ghana chrono. And won't come out and any babidi. TBA. So that at least, ebi I won't tell ye, ebi I won't ye. That is the reason why Papa Ghana, my father me also, because I love my nation, because also do Ghana and you are here. No oba, you share the video, oba, you subscribe to the YouTube channel, near spreading the news. I'm gonna do actually. Now, free Wi-Fi scandal, Ministry of Education wasted 430 million Ghana cedis meant to provide internet for students, Ghana Education Service Office and our offices. Now, these are the three people involved in this scandal. These people. Perhaps Munyina Muni Muomo, Dr. Educhum Onye, and a busy internet, and a friend is saying sorry, Dr. Educhum me camera no, Dr. Educhum a busy internet, and then NAPO and Sunye. Now, a dear na akoso, main Auditor General a year 2024 report, na menkin kain a year scandal no esino and fanchre. I've told you this platform is about the fact, nothing but the fact and the truth. Unse me kun bi wan sema, me nkan wan sem se me pese me penanim gu ase. Na emum de waye no, ana me ka ho asem. Oye papa meka, oye bone nso a meka. We are building a nation. I am a Ghanaian, a stakeholder. Una wonfa Ghana ho a, I care about Ghana. Enti meka Ghana ho asem. Now, according to the Auditor General report, or indictee the Ministry of Education for implementing Akuffo's government's free Wi-Fi project for senior high schools without a clear implementation plan. Just say, Auditor General abo Akufo abain sobo. Say free Wi-Fi no, enshi sheye no omu ye no. A omu de ma secondary school no. Omu tuwa na mo abra no omu ni plan. Bia ewa akwanya ombefa so edi wo madwuma owura abosia ite seseku. I see you, welcome sir. Now according to the Auditor General report for 2024 resulted in the payment of more than 430 million Ghana cedis to a project contractor, even though no services were rendered for long periods. This is the Auditor General report. I am not making the story up. I am not saying anything anymore. Inti channels. Oh, admasa or say my sister, noble, and birthday. All right, happy birthday, sis. May you live to be 150 years old in good health. Riches, may your husband do you good. What you say? Mano. Famano no so famao. Anyway. So, naminfa e honsi namin twaso. So the Auditor General report is just say a payment of Ghana's public funds to the tune of 430 million Ghana cedis were paid to Busy Internet by the Ministry of Education for no service rendered for a long period. Now, or see, the problem plaguing the free air Wi-Fi project were first reviewed by the 4th Estate in 2024. Ebusia ne bekin kan ne maka crowd contempt no aya tobo ase. What you say? E bekin kan. Ai, yesi Ghana for parking kan, be de bekin kan. And I'm saying yem parking kan ti politicians no, omo de share achrochro no no ma wia ye. Ti e bekin kan. Now, yen to aso. I see the 4th Estate in 2024 with whistleblower evidence pointing to procurement breaches, poor service delivery, and what happened to be an orchestrated scheme. Underline the word orchestrated. Buapayo yashada. To defraud the state. Ekwanya, educhum, any NAPO, any Busy Internet, ebo trimupo, say a beshada evia waman Ghana. This is what a year report, no, eka. Now it goes on to say that investigative report based on 1 year of project records indicated that 54 million Ghana cedis had been paid to the contractor Busy Internet for little to no work. And say, if you man wa yemu kiti bi anasa wanye kura. This is what the Auditor General is saying. Now, Oditu muni person obey president of Ghana. You see, kwatre kwasi obema wontuma. Fatwaso. Now, yenko. I say, but the latest report by the Auditor General reveals that after 4 years, the free Wi-Fi project cost Ghanaian taxpayers money. Oba Brucha, I tell you, so public funds. So people, when they hear public funds, the padodo ye sika, they are saying kofukobi and sasa omunshetu ye nemfa swombra sono. Under Akuffo's government, the Minister of Education, NAPO, any unknown nuya educhum orchestrated to defraud Ghana over 430 million Ghana cedis. Now, yen to us. I see, after 4 years, the free Wi-Fi project cost Ghanaian taxpayers almost 500 million cedis, with little to show for that expenditure. So I see Kano almost spend a year no. Eye bibi kakre bi no metim di akere se omri sika ne ye. Enti sika bebre no omo fase omo de ye free Wi-Fi ne dodo no. According to Auditor General, omo say bibi kakre bi no omo de be kire. Enti bibi kakra no omo de kire no. Sika na aka no e we hemfa. Sika no we hen. Se ne abrantie bibi sa wa mtie no. Na sika no we hen. Sika na hye. Menji ni se ahye. Omo tiase. Yebebusa wo. Now, yentu us. Or say, the best the nation got out of the project can only be described as intermittent internet. I say, doomso internet. Yebunu tot. Intermittent. Chassis. Internet, no. Wi-Fi, no. And flow, wa. Chassis. Intermittent. Or say, the best the nation. Me know me and ye sikano. And for sure ye nye free Wi-Fi no say. Free Wi-Fi no I dey my in secondary school for the Ghana Education Service. Now boa omo awoma disue mo research mu no. NAPO any editum free Wi-Fi no etwa sisi. Oma anya adwuma papa bia. squandered our money. Timie, Auditor General na account, membo mitrimun ka assembly ewaha. Into the way I would weni shemeno. According to Auditor General report, or say orchestrated scheme to defraud. Ye said that bo Paul, see a baby via on my Ghana. Now, to us. The best the nation got out of the project can only be described as intermittent internet supply to a few schools, frustrating teachers, students, and school administrators. In his latest report, the Auditor General expressed disappointment in the failure of the project to deliver what it had promised, even though a lot of money had been spent on it. Now, he goes on to say, providing, and I quote, providing internet service to schools, colleges, and educational offices is a laudable initiative that involves high ICT investment cost. The Auditor General says in his report, hence, the absence of a clear implementation plan or formal policy and procedure to optimize the delivery of the intended benefits undermine the value for money in the investment being made. Now, the Auditor General can say, "Enke ya de pa, see my school no free a Wi-Fi. Na se bi o metimi edu o mujuma na teacher phone so tumi edu mujuma. But wo hwe mu pa dia, e kwan ya ban ne fa so ni nyina no. Se ne mdi nkan kan no, eye boapayo to defraud the taxpayer our monies." Also, the free Wi-Fi project was initially budgeted to cost 84.4 million Ghana cedis. This amount was meant to be used to install modems in 717 senior high schools, 16 Ghana Education Service regional offices, 260 Ghana Education District offices, 46 colleges of education, as well as the delivery of broadband services at a monthly cost of 6.3 million in Canada. But here, what mu kwan ya na sika no initial budget no na ebe cost me no ye taxes a ye tua na ye de be ma ye schools free internet. Wachere ye in colleges dodo a na ye be ma wo mo, wachere in Ghana education offices dodo a na ye de be ma wo mo, ni nyina no ye budgeti 84.4 million Ghana cedis me ye sika. See ye de be bo aboa ye school pon awodo senior high school mako 717. Nanso tie o say, even though the modems were largely installed, the broadband service delivery was patchy at best. Just say, even when we shall say so, we broadband delivery no crowd. Enkoye, entwaye, ma nyama troka. Or say with most schools reporting no internet connectivity crowd. Schools are who drop a brilliant internet connectivity crowd. But your mama connect internet in Palm Farm. Then so a duchum, any NAPO, any busy internet, a Bawumia Ghana chrono. Now, I'm into us. Yet, busy internet and its parent company lifted logistics, kept invoicing government. Omunye jumebiano no more sending invoice at the government. Nati and the Ghana Education Ministry kept paying despite complaints from schools, heads, and project coordinators. Ejuma no omanye ni ye no. Ejuma no a omunye ni ye no. Na still on a busy internet the invoice ba. Or the banswa na omine Ghana na ye tia. For no work done. When there were complaints, say shenko schools ni bi ye connect wo internet ma wo no aban Akuffo Addo chedi aban enye chebi o eye chedi aban na omo che Ghana sikedi. Noble, happy birthday, my sister. May you live long. May God bless you. May your husband do you good. May your children love you. May you find favor whenever you are in the bedroom with your husband. Jemeso, amen. Today, dear, you have to give Akonta 3 straight of doggy. No compromise. No dabi. Anyway, seriously, let me move on. So, what church and say monthly cost na say tia 6.3 million. She figure wenso. Me baba beka assembly about the figure. What the government of Ghana Timie. Or see, even though the modems were largely installed, the broadband service delivery was what? Patchy. At best, most schools reporting no internet connectivity. Yet Busy Internet and its parent company, Lifted Logistics, were kept invoicing the government, and Education Ministry kept paying despite complaints from school heads and project coordinators. Now, the Ministry of Education had made a total of 430 million Ghana cedis, 516,827 cedis, 11 pesos to Busy Internet Ghana Limited and Lifted Logistics Ghana Limited for the period between 3rd February 2020 and 24th October 2023. The Auditor General Report for 2024 breaks the breakdown. Now, 2020, Busy Internet Ghana was paid 52 million Ghana cedis, 963,516 cedis, 7 pesos. 2021. So 2020, no. Who was the Minister of Education? NAPO was the Minister of Education. 2021, NAPO was also the Minister of Education. But the same 2021, no, Educhum took over 2022, 2023. That is the reason why me video, you know, I'm referencing them. I'm Minister of Education at the time. In fact, around the time 2020, 2021, no, NAPO being the Minister of Education, na Educhum was the deputy.
Yo, Jumedia no Gusua, Uti, na Osha Jumedia no Edia de Mae. Kindly subscribe, like it to Jumedia, share, Nema Afofro, and so Ensa in Kebi, and click on the notification bell no so send a the any news be to platform no so on so one the EOCO and the air the airba. Jumedia ni Guso Edebro, in Teno Yanko, Nanko Joe from you, Nabra Dr. Ren, Edin Sam Dudona Tuja.
Free one or call energy sector, no, and Educhum took over. As a year then, the minister, what you say? 2022, Busy Internet, they were paid, a friend said 2021, they were paid 69 million Ghana cedis. Ebi were chile Addo. 2022, they were paid 123 million Ghana cedis. Ebi were chile Addo. 2023, they were paid 184 million Ghana cedis. Ebi were chile Addo. Okay, kani nyina bomwa from 2020 to 2023, no. 24th October, no. Sika Ghana taxpayers' money, the Tiomoka, was around 430 million Ghana cedis, 516,872 cedis, 11 pesos. Now, perhaps what might outrage every Ghanaian taxpayer, the amount of ubufu, and I'm about to child, because you sika and yes, you see. The reason why politicians take for granted the citizens, they say, we don't follow baby isikano echo. Any day this isika the air. That is why I always say Ghana for the want to get involved in politics. Politicians will not take us for a ride. This is the secret in Europe, the secret in America, the secret in the United Kingdom. Because the citizens, no, they don't stand aloof. They don't just sit somewhere and, allow politicians to do whatever they like with their money. No way. They get involved. They demonstrate. They ask for good things. In fact, not just good, not better. They ask for the best service. That is the reason why politicians, in Europe, United Kingdom, America, and elsewhere, politicians are more active to give the best to their citizens. But Ghana, ya tiada and fire home. Into media, I don't like politics or boy. He knows that the very moment you start loving politics, you begin to question what sikano awetia as or taxes ye day. That is why I tell people, people who say they don't love politics are wicked men and women. Because you must love politics. Politics simply means mind yourself. Mind no free and one sem eka. And who sika ho assembly eka, and who health assembly eka, and who defense assembly eka. So why don't you want to love politics? Why don't you love politics? And leave politics to some people like the Ken Oforiates, who will only come and steal you, siphon the money, and then go and save it somewhere in Europe, save it somewhere in America, and then be walking on the streets of America, going to good hospitals, attending good hospitals. What about you, the taxpayer? Because you are not getting involved. So let's learn to get involved. Let's preach the message. Let's tell a friend to tell a brother to tell a sister that from henceforth, if you love Ghana, follow politics. Let me tell you something. In the past 10 years, Ghanaians living abroad have contributed over 30 billion US dollar to Ghana's economy. Ghanaians abroad. Now, do you understand this? This is minus natural resources. Sika yenye free mo. Minus the taxes that they pay gold mining companies. I know certain gold mining companies who in a year they pay not less than 3 billion, 4 billion for the government, to the government. So can you imagine? Where does all this money goes? Because the last time you went to your village, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, the same pothole street, and you are complaining because you are not getting involved. Why you won't fine boy? Why you won't fine girl? Oh, you attended at the Sadler College, you attended university, so you don't want to get involved. Get involved. Be insulted. You must leave something for the unborn generation. It is critical. It is crucial. Do videos. Get involved. If you cannot do videos, share the videos. Because, yes, sir, anytime I tell you, it is not a guarantee to get a president as nice as Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Atta Mills, John Mahama, and some other president like the General Kutuwe Champons. No. Sometimes we can get wicked president, insensitive president like Nana Addo Akuffo, the dwarf, as being referred by Black Rasta. So it is not guaranteed. So in the next so and so years, we are going to get fine leaders like the Emmanuel Amakofi Bues, the John Dramani Mahames. No. Sometimes we can get people like Akuffo. So let's get involved. Now let's continue and see how much a Duchum who goes to church and then they lay their hands upon his head. He acts like Ken Oforiatta, but he is a thief, according to Auditor General report. I'm not making anything up. If I was making stories up, the time Akuffo sent police officers to come after me, they would have arrested me. 3 good times here in the United Kingdom. Let's continue the story. Perhaps what might outrage every Ghanaian taxpayer is how the Ministry of Education completely surrendered control of the whole free Wi-Fi project to the vendor. Charity, welcome. Kwame Enim, welcome. George, Dick, Sin, welcome. Lami, welcome. Now you see, we must be concerned. You see, ehemfa we see kaneko. Alfred, welcome. Oshika mini ake fio. Sanobi. O takte se no chuo mini ake fio. Alo bi anebe o na shika to mo iloma say well, when politicians are stealing your money you don't care. Even if you don't care about the money, care about the country road, the bridges, the schools. Look how dilapidated Ghanaian schools look like. If you go to my village, you will cry. If you go to my village and you see the schools in Elembele, in the other constituency, Jomoro, hey! In Prekodain, it's even far better. In so top, na school krani na eja high school no moko fie. Hey! In so no tender ni bom bigburu na teacher na fa ne book wa fa ne bag na nkwada no room. Nkwada ni ko school omo twa nsuo they cross river. Omo twa nsuo. Me see they cross river. It is good English. O translate here. Wa fa shako. Eye wara asem. The school people, no, they cross river to get to the school. Omo twa nsuo. Let's be concerned.
Aha any din some no ABC adamam subscribe like it to you made in share nema afufro influencer and yada enke be kindly click on the notification bell no so send away the news be out to platforms so I want so one who the echo and the eba.